All right, real quick, we're going to let you know what you can expect in this video. I am DM. This is...
Hey, I'm Chosen. I thought you were going to introduce me.
In this video, you can expect some fun free-to-play discussions. We're going to pick our 6-star, and also there's a $1,000 free-to-play competition as well. So stay tuned to get all that information. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are brought in part by my good friend, Chillfly Elite. How are you doing, Brad?
Oh, what's going on? How you doing, Darth? Long time no see.
We got the Chillfly Elite intro. Let's get into it. You know what's going on. It's going good, man. I don't think we've done a video in at least a month. It's been a minute.
Yeah. It's I remember you were asking me about Faction Wars and thinking about coming back, and we went through kind of your roster. How'd you end up doing on that, by the way? Have you been crunching on Faction Wars?
Great question. So on Faction Wars, I got pretty much all the hard ones down, and I got bored. Like I got Night Revenant, the Skinwalkers. The one I'm having the most trouble with is actually Demon Spawn. Weirdly enough, that's the one like I'm having trouble with. But I did the Mountain King one, you know, the Dwarf one. I got most of the hard ones done. And to be honest, I kind of got bored again. So then Doom Tower came out when I was like getting close to Lydia. I think I want to say 3 factions left to go. Okay. And getting close to Lydia, Doom Tower came out. Every day was doing Doom Tower. And got to stage 114. And then had a lot of difficulty on hard 114. I was not able to beat it. I probably could have if I went back and like took all my gear and everything off it, but I just didn't. So that's where I'm at in terms of on my main account. And then I did the free-to-play thing, and obviously that took off more than I was expecting, so I just kind of committed to the free-to-play. That answers the question about Doom Tower and Lydia. How'd you do on Doom Tower Hard?
Yeah, I finished normal and hard on the Doom Tower. Nice. Once you get to stage 110, you really got to start putting together some special teams and moving around gear. Like I had to rip apart my Ice Golem team because I have to re-gear like Seer and Kaimar, get them to be much faster and much higher accuracies. So yeah, it takes about 10, 20, 30 million silver moving stuff around and making things work. But with enough dedication, I was able to get it done.
Well, nice job. I know a bunch of people thought that the Doom Tower wasn't even going to be cleared the first month, right?
Yeah, we were. I mean, because normally they release things that are just insane. Like Faction Wars, remember, no one could do it. Even the most end game players couldn't beat the factions. And then they nerfed it once, nerfed it twice, nerfed it 3 times, and finally it's a little bit more accessible on Faction Wars. But back when they first released it, it was insanity.
What's interesting is I'm doing Faction Wars more than I thought I would on the free-to-play. Because the Ancient Shard, I need to get 1 more star, and then I actually get an Ancient Shard, and I can't even beat stage 1 on, I think, any of these, but I guess we'll find out. So, speaking of free-to-play, this is a good segue. So, if you guys don't know, which I'm sure you do, but Brad currently has a free-to-play competition, tournament competition, competitive thing going on. Would you mind kind of walking us through the basics of your competition going on right now?
Yeah, it's exciting because I've been in competitions that Plarium hosts and stuff, but I've never actually hosted one myself. But it's been a lot of fun so far. It's going to be a good learning experience because obviously it's not going to be perfect, and there's always going to be things that come up that you learn kind of on the back end when it's over with. But we ended up getting, I think, 300 something players in on it. We ended up getting a prize pool thanks to lots of people stepping up and helping contribute to the prize pool. Super generous people in the raid community. So we were able to get the prize all the way up to $1,000 for first place.
Oh, nice. Okay, because that's double, I think, what it was when it was first announced, right?
Yeah.
Which was 500.
Because so originally it was just me and Ash. If you know him, he makes content for raid and other games. Super cool guy. And he wanted to be a part of helping out with something going on in the community. So he threw in some money, and I threw in some money. So it was mainly just us two putting up a prize pool. And then once people caught wind of it and wanted to kind of step up and help, we were able to raise some extra money. And I just went ahead and added it all. I didn't keep any for a hosting fee or anything. We just were able to get it all the way up to, I think, like 1,300 or 1,400 total. And then we sprinkled a little bit in for second and third place on top of the 1,000 for the winner and just kind of rounded it out. So yeah, it's probably going to take 2 or 3 months. And if it ends up being too tough, the parameters I have set to win it are complete every dungeon level 20, and then you win. So if after 2 or 3 months that ends up proving it's going to take too long, I'll go ahead and adjust that down to maybe like stage 17 of every dungeon or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out, but I want to keep it around 2 or 3 months if I can. So if things are too tough, I'll scale it back a little bit, and then we'll probably dive into hosting more stuff like this because it's been a lot of fun.
Do you have a plan for at the end of it? Is there going to be a big like live stream to show the winners, or to do a review or anything of the account? Is there do you have a plan for when the competition comes to a completion?
Oh yeah. Yep, absolutely. We'll be doing stuff like that. Maybe I'll interview the person that wins and ask them about their strategy and what enabled them to be the fastest progressor of the 300 something players, and I'll get kind of their perspective, look at their account, see if we can learn on how new players should be really managing things, or if it was just down to RNG. Maybe they got lucky, they pulled a bad Alcazar or something, and it was so. We'll see kind of how it shakes out.
That's a good question. Then, is there any stipulations? Like, are you not allowed to use legendaries or void epics or something? Is it just all what you get you can use, or as long as you don't spend money, right?
I mulled over that with my whole community, wondering how to go about that, and there's really no perfect way to do it. You can poke holes in any way that you do it, but what I decided on was a game like this, you're gonna have RNG. You can't eliminate it. So what I did to kind of alleviate some of the RNG was you can only use one champion in 2 of the 4 dungeons. So if you pull like a Valkyrie, you can't put it in all 4 teams and just steamroll everybody. You still have to, like, the other 2 dungeons, you're going to need something besides the Valkyrie carrying you. So that was kind of how I went about hedging my bet against the RNG a little bit, but it's always going to be there to some extent.
So that brings me, since we've talking free to play here, that brings us to the question of the day, my friend, and the one that we've all kind of been, at least on my channel, we've been wondering, which is, who do I 6-star first? Okay. Now I'm going to give you all the information you need to make this decision. Okay. So to start with you, I picked Aetho as my starter. Okay, she's the only one of the Pokemon starters I still own. Okay, so I have Aetho and Zargala are the 2. They both have all their masteries already. Okay, they're both ascended to the point that you need them to be ascended at, for the start to get their skills and all that. Zargala can farm 12-6 hard at the moment, and Aetho can farm 12-3 hard. Is how I have them. They're both in lifesteal. They're both 50. That's where I got them, okay? And I have to pick between Aetho or Zargala as my first 6-star. Now, here's a little bit of additional information. It's a free-to-play account, obviously. This is my series. Zargala and Aetho are easily the best 2 characters I've played so far. I've got, like, Talia and Flesh Terror and Coffin Smasher, maybe my other, like, somewhat decent characters, okay? If I choose to 6-star Zargala, the reasons would be for dungeons, mainly, right? And maybe help in arena. Whereas if I picked Aetho, it's to try to farm 12-3 Bruto, right? And she has a triple hit on basic for Giant Slayer. So we've gone back and forth. It's been voted previously as Aetho. More recently, I put up the post and it got voted on as Zargala. So what do you think, Brad? Give it to us.
Are they both booked?
That's a great question. So Aetho's fully booked. Zargala is about to be. She will be getting more epic books soon. Her basics booked. Her second move just needs 1, and her third move needs 2. So she needs 3 more books. So effectively, yes, she's booked. Books are coming.
I would probably do Aethel because you definitely want to be farming 12-3 in my opinion. You get about 1 or 2% more XP by doing 12-6. But you get about 10 or 11% more silver doing 12-3. And on a free-to-play account, you're gonna massively gain in getting the extra boost in silver versus the very small bump in XP, I would think. So I would probably go with Aethel, but you're right. That's why it's kind of split a little bit. You can't really make a wrong decision. They're both worth 6-starring, especially on a free-to-play account, and you really can't go wrong. I guess I would slightly lean towards Aethel.
Okay, so you're of the opinion Aethel. Then that makes it even harder because they voted Zargala recently. You know what we're going to have to do? We're going to have to flip a coin on this because now Brad, the expert, if you came in and hit me hard with Zargala, I think it was going to, but now that you hit me hard with the Aethel, this is
it wouldn't be a bad decision to do. They're not wrong. I don't think there's a wrong answer on this one.
I completely agree, but that's starting to sound like a coin flip for me. So here's what we're going to do. I got this. It's not a coin. It's actually a, this is, how do I explain this? This is a old keychain. An old keychain for my Ford Explorer from 20 years ago when I was in high school. So here's the plan. I'm going to flip this bad boy And if this bad boy lands worst ham riding up, then Atho. Here we go. Okay, it went to the floor. That's a Zargala. It landed on Zargala, unfortunately. So I guess the answer is we're 6-starring Zargala, and we have to find out what happens. So I guess the people who did the post, who voted on the post for Zargala, are going to be happy for this one. And now I'm...
That's not a bad call, because also in the arena, force affinities are usually very strong in the early game of the arena, because you're going up against everybody's starting champions. So yeah, having Zargala for the arena will be nice too.
You know, that's actually a pretty good point, because if you look, my next mission is reach Silver 1 in Classic Arena. So we're a little bit stuck here on that. So the decision has been made. I have energy today. Today, 6 stars happening on live stream. Zargala will be done. We've got almost all the chickens already. So I think that you were able to solve the equation here, Brad, at the end. So don't forget, guys, free-to-play contest. Do you have anything else you need to plug about the free-to-play contest? How do they enter?
It's closed.
It's closed already. Okay,
yep.
So there's no entering. If you're watching this now, you cannot enter.
And I got a lot of pushback for that. I only had the registration open for like 2 days.
Okay.
And people were like, well, why does it matter if I want a 5-day if I'm 5 days behind? Why does it matter if I sign up late? And that point is valid, but what I didn't want happening is people re-rolling accounts for 2 weeks.
I was wondering.
And then just have it come down to which account gets Battle Khazar, Miscreated Monster, and Tyrell. So
that's a great,
that was why. But yeah.
Okay, well then if people want to watch this series, where can they go, Brad?
Yeah, I mean, over at my YouTube channel, Chofly Elite, or on Twitch at CF_chosen, I'll be doing updates every week or two, kind of seeing what the leaders are doing. Right now, there's not a whole lot to say because we're only about 5 or 6 days in, and people aren't really focusing on dungeons yet. But I'll probably do a wrap up at some point here in the next week or so, and kind of update what's going on in the competition and who's kind of in the lead, and I'll try to get a feel for it.
All right, well, I want to thank you for your time on coming on this video here. We're just about at the 12-minute mark, so as YouTube law allows, you can only do the length of the video to fit in just enough ads. So this is going to be the wrap-up of the video today. Thanks for watching. Any last words, Brad?
No, thanks for having me. It's good to see you, brother, and hope all is well. We'll be in touch.
Can I get the classic piece on the way out? All
right, everybody. As always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.